BEERUN, beer run. BEERUN, beer run. All we need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. BEERUN, beer run.
Welcome to the Beer Run, part of the BSnBEER network, the only Saints podcast with a 2-drink minimum and takes as bad as Chris Olave's driving.
That's a joke, boy. You missed it. Went right past you. You gotta keep on your toes. Put toes, Harry.
Oh, yeah. I'm the California Cajun. This is Lil Dice. How you doing, Dale?
All good, Craig. Man, I did enjoy the mini bye week, being able to watch games without having a Saints loss just hanging over my head and just ruining all the other games for me. So
it's still there. We had it the whole weekend. We couldn't even watch LSU without a Saints loss sitting on us.
Like I put it out my mind by then. Okay, I was over it. Okay, so
I'm not over
it.
I'm not going to be over it until about halftime of next week. Oh man, it was terrible.
Yeah,
just 2 weeks in a row, really, that I feel like we should have won games that just at the finish line, just not enough.
I mean, would you rather them just like get blown out or come back, make it competitive,
they get blown out,
hopes up, and then drop your heart into like off the freeway?
If we get blown out, I'm kind of over it by the time the game's over, Right. But when you lose with like a minute left and one of your favorite players that you've been following since college drops a touchdown in the end zone and then proceeds to sulk on the sideline, yeah, it's all bad. I'm sure we'll talk about it. I'm sure we'll get there.
Oh yeah. You know how we do it on the Beer Run. We got 4 downs. We're gonna talk about some beer. We're gonna talk about this game that we're talking about versus the Jags. We'll relive that thing. And then we'll go behind enemy lines, talk with a Colts fan, and we'll give you our predictions and what's going to happen against the Colts. So referees, get out there, spot the ball, get this thing going.
First down, Saints.
All right, Craig, what you drinking, bruh?
Okay. All right. So listen, it's local again. Parish Brewing Company. This is the drive-through Purple 9000. It's a daiquiri beer, basically.
Yeah.
It's boysenberry and Marionberry. I don't even know what the hell a Marionberry is. With great Marionberry
that governor from Washington D.C. that was starting coke or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That plays for how this tastes. Full disclosure, I had one of these the other day. I don't care for it. It's not my type at all, but it is 8%, and I got a couple more of them, so we're going to do this. It tastes the way it tastes, and it does all the things that you want it to do, but how does it sound? Even the sound is a little sinister, It's kind of like a ooh, which is fitting because we're in the spooky season.
That's right.
It tastes like if you went through a drive-through and you got one of those frozen daiquiris that taste like heartburn and bad decisions, and it's that, but as a beer.
That sounds wonderful. That sounds wonderful.
It's not. It tastes like heartburn.
Look, little Craig likes it. Look at that.
Yeah, that's a Miller Lite right there. That was easier to drink than this one. It'll get the job done. It's 8%. And I got 2 of them. And if we're recapping this Jaguars game, I'm going to need both.
That's right.
What about you, brother? What are you drinking today?
Oh, we're doing the Oktoberfest yet again.
Is it the same 6-pack?
Yes, I have one more left.
Drive up there and kick your ass. We owe it to our listeners and our viewers. We're on YouTube now. To actually review different beers. I have not done the same beer twice on a show yet.
Hey, look, because you get singles. I get 6-packs. And
this is how they talk. And I wish it was singles because they're awful, but that's a 4-pack.
But yeah, man, I like the Oktoberfest. It's still October, so we got a party, and that's what we do.
It's October, but Oktoberfest is over already. Oktoberfest is an actual celebration in Germany and Bavaria, and it's over already.
Well, luckily I'm American and I've never been to Germany, and I don't know anything about that.
USA.
So yeah, little Craig enjoys it. I'm going to enjoy it too. There you go.
I'm a GIF. I've made it.
Second down.
We got to talk about this game.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
First,
Made everything. Everything was. It felt like the same game as the Texans game. Come out flat, get your ass kicked, drag yourself back into it, and then come up short. It was the same game. We watched the same thing twice in like 4 days. Thursday games are the stupidest thing that any professional sports league does. Period. It's dumb.
Yeah, I have to agree. I absolutely hate them. I absolutely hate them. My goodness.
And it's just, usually it's a big advantage for the home team. Except when that home team is reeling and piled with injuries and the Saints, because it was the worst possible timing for this too. We had the O-line played pretty well, but 3 backups essentially rolling out there with all of the miscommunication that's going on. We needed a mini bye week, and we got one, and it cost us 2 shitty losses to get it.
But first, before we get deep into the game, we've got some news. We've definitely got some news.
Oh God.
Yeah, for sure. So let's start off with the number one story. Olave was arrested.
At least he was sober.
He was sober, yes.
Because if it was DUI, he might get suspended. He's probably not gonna, because it was just reckless driving, and we saw a guy yesterday score touchdowns who got busted for that this year. So
yes, he was doing 70 and a 35, got arrested in Kenner. And the Kenner police actually released some video from it.
Don't show. Don't show.
Right over here by my car. You ain't sent her arrest? Yep. Real? Yeah. My bad, dog. I play for the Saints, man. And? You have anything on you?
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. All right, it could have worked. You never know. So you got to say, yeah, I play for the Saints, bro. Like, the cops should immediately took the handcuffs off and released him, let him go because he played.
Yeah, and if we were 5-2, he might have.
That's also a good point there, Craig.
I hate that whole thing. Oh, hey, it's cool. It's cool, guys. I can break the law. I'm rich. Shut up. Look, if you listen to this show, you know how I feel about Olave last week. And that was before he had another game that he took routes off and didn't run hard and then got arrested for being stupid. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm frustrated, man. I'm frustrated that more talented, more athletic Brandon Cooks is still in the building. And I'm not excited about our future because he was part of the building blocks that I was, okay, well, Dennis Allen's going to suck, but we're going to have these young pieces. We'll be able to build around him. I don't know how long he's going to be around either. And unless he starts producing on the field, it's just not worth it right now, man.
Yeah. So did you actually watch this JT O'Sullivan video where he talked about the offense? Because this set the Saints Twitter on fire. Apparently he had a lot of bad things to say.
All of these armchair quarterbacks are all in the same position that we are, right? None of us know exactly what's going on. We have to piece together what other people are telling us on the internet. So between JT O'Sullivan saying that Derek Carr is the worst quarterback since Jamarcus Russell, and then you got Chase Daniel comes on and says, well, it wasn't all bad. Some of the stuff that was going wrong isn't just on Carr. So it's pick who you're listening to. Now we got people talk. Some people are saying, oh, well, he said he doesn't want Taysom Hill to come under the game. And other people are like, yeah, no, he didn't say that. You're stupid. All of Saints Twitter is eating itself alive, and it's because we're losing. Winning fixes everything, and we're just not winning right now. Period. If a couple of those terrible fade passes that we shouldn't run anymore, a couple of those score, and we win these last 2 games, no one is chomping right now. No one is fighting. No one is arguing. This whole beef, with podcasters and whatever the fuck is going on. None of that's happening. Winning fixes everything.
Yeah,
we ain't winning.
That's a good point, Craig. You're right.
Of course
you're right about
it.
that. The Saints fall to the Jags 31-24.
Fall is a good one because fall implies that it's our fault, and it was.
Yeah.
We didn't get knocked out by the Texans. We didn't get knocked out by the Jags. We tripped and fell 2 weeks in a row. Our own worst enemy. And you know what? The freaking Green Bay game, same thing. We've lost once this year, and everything else has been us killing ourselves. Oh, it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Oh,
it is frustrating for sure. Well, what did you think about the play calling? I mean, is Pete Carmichael still enemy number one?
For me, he is.
Okay.
Look, it's not even run, pass, who you're throwing to. Sometimes it's the way you're throwing into them. Like I think the Nick Underhills of the world were talking about the low probability of fade routes and how Carr's not good at throwing fade routes, and people who aren't good at throwing fade routes shouldn't throw fade routes, but we keep throwing them because that's just. Oh, well, Breeze could do it. Yeah, he's Drew Brees, right. Jackass. So we're trying to fit a round peg into a square hole, and it's not working. And when it was the hurry up time and Carr was basically just manning the ship, we scored immediately, twice. It's like there's a disconnect between what our quarterback is good at and what Carmichael wants him to do. And we're not firing them. They had a chance to make some changes. Nothing happened. Gruden's still not in the building. Curry's still not calling plays. Dennis Allen has chosen this life. This is what we have. If they keep failing, he's going down with the ship.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely being given his own rope.
Oh, we just need to play better.
So.
You think?
I'm
sorry. I'm not over it. It is the dumbest waste of air. That whole post game of, well, I think we need to play better. Yeah, we know. We watched the game. Some of us paid good money to go and see you play and put out that pathetic performance.
Right.
We know you need to play better. It's on you to make sure that we play better. You're the coach. It's your job.
Yep. Red zone. Still the big issue with the team for sure. So we heard DA talk about the slow starts and this what you had to say.
I think we've been closer in the last couple of weeks. And I think, we've been better up front, and yet I think we have to be better up front. Look, I think we're closer, but we need to start, seeing some better results.
Shut up, Dennis Allen. Shut up, Jen. Oh, we're getting closer? You had 3 wins, and then you lost 2 in a row. But those 2 in a row that you lost, those feel closer than the 3 that you won? Shut up, Dennis Allen. What a stupid... Oh, my God. I can't believe he said that out loud, seriously, and meant it. Oh, my God.
He did talk about the offensive line a little bit. And I want to point out...
This is their best game of the season.
Right. And I want to point out Cameron Irving, the right tackle in particular. Yes.
Played well.
He's back on the practice squad right now. And
we'll see how long that lasts.
Right. Like, I'm thinking this guy needs to be on the squad for real. Like,
his game this week against Jacksonville was better than any game Ramchek's played this year.
And Landon Young ever did. Same thing.
Yes, because Landon Young is terrible, and he played at Kentucky. And if you like Kentucky, you know what I know about you.
What did you think about Pete at left tackle? Because
but I've always thought he was good at that. And I was pretty outspoken back when they moved him to guard that he could be a left tackle. It was always at right tackle that they tried to make him work there, and it just never happened. He's a good left tackle. I mean, he's also a good left guard, so it's kind of where you have another option.
I don't remember.
I love you guys too. We're gonna have to edit some of this out, I imagine.
No, it's fine. I don't remember exactly his situation at left tackle before. I do remember them drafting him to be a right tackle.
Yes, so they draft. He's played on the left side his entire career, college, high school, whatever. They try to make him into a right tackle. It doesn't work. He ends up at left guard, but he's had to play left tackle in spot duty, and he's been good at it. You know?
Yeah. I do remember him coming in, when somebody went out with an injury, then they switch him to left tackle for sure. So definitely remember doing that.
The note with his cupcakes is from Dennis Allen, so he's trying to win me back, apparently. By sending cupcakes.
Dennis Allen sent them cupcakes. So talk to me about what you saw from our former first round pick, Trevor Penny.
Bust alert. Bust alert. Bust alert.
I don't know how that happens. Like, it just
I wouldn't have benched him.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate everything going on right now. I don't understand it. I hate what I don't understand. I'm like every mob of villagers in every black and white horror movie. I figure what I don't understand. I have a pitchfork and a torch, and I'm going to go stab the monster because this is ridiculous. Look, man, the offensive line is like the 9th or 10th thing wrong with the offense. Like, it's not the problem anymore. It was a problem for a week. But was it? If they had blocked better, would we have still seen these same problems? It was an excuse, but was it the problem?
Right.
We thought it was. We thought Carr was going to be fine with the offensive line playing better. Now the O-line plays better. Now Carr's playing worse. So what the hell is it?
Yeah. Look, I don't know what it was with him in this last game, but it seemed like he was not trying to read the defense at all. He gets back, drop back, boom, I'm checking down. Now, don't get me wrong, my fantasy team likes that part about AK's.
Leave that on the other show.
Okay.
Leave it on the other show, Dale.
But I mean, it got to be way too much. And we saw a lot of different footage after the game where we had guys wide open and he's still checking the ball down. What's going on in Carr's mind right now? Like, he's seeing ghosts?
So the only explanation is that him and Dennis Allen are both racists, and that's the root of all of it. That's why he's throwing the ball to Taysom Hill and stuff when you got Michael Thomas and Chris Olave out there. It's the only explanation, right? I don't get it, man.
Makes sense.
Taysom Hill needs touches.
Yeah.
At quarterback running the football. These forcing the ball to him as a receiver, he's never been great at it. He's not a good receiver. He can do it because he's fast and athletic and good at everything, but he's not. I don't get any of it. I don't get any of it. You know what I get? Throwing the ball to Michael Thomas. Do that. Get the ball to Alvin Kamara. Do that. If you just force this offense into those two playmakers, we can score points. They're both awesome. That catch from Michael Thomas was vintage, beautiful Michael Thomas stuff. I love it so much. I'm so happy to see it. And Alvin Kamara is still explosive. He's still great. His legs are still fresh. I don't get everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, and we gave Kamara too many touches again because the other two running backs are hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we had that guy from Tulane that has no ACL. It would maybe he could get some carries. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do anymore. Just frustrating. This is probably not very good radio. Just sitting around bitching. Is this what podcasts do now? I'm not listening to like Happy Hour or Don't Patrol and those guys. Are they just bitching too? Like, is this what we do now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink.
Yeah. That's what fans do. We gonna complain when our team is not winning. Now, one of my biggest complaints is this offense is never on the same page. I don't know what they do in training camp, but like those working timing routes, back shoulder throws, all that stuff.
No, they didn't do anything.
Like,
yeah, they posed for some pictures.
Right.
They worked out in front of the New Orleans football guys to convince them that they were going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
They pumped us full of sunshine, and all of us expected 12 wins, and now we're going to get 5.
Yeah. But it just seems like
wins. Calm down.
It seems like this offense just needs to get on the same page. And Dennis Allen talked about that.
Some of the things that we've talked about is in terms of how we meet, how we prepare, spend a little bit of time after practice, some of those things that, I think we've looked at a lot of different things, and so we're going to incorporate a few of those things as we go through the next few weeks, and hopefully that'll help us to make sure that we're on the same page.
Shut up, Dennis Allen. Shut up, Dennis. How long have you had to do this? How are we talking about this in week 8?
Yeah.
Week 8, you're talking about getting on the same page?
All right.
Not preseason game 3, week 8? Shut up, Dennis Allen. Oh, what a non-answer. Oh, we got to play better. That's as bad as the Sean Payton, I like the guys we have in the room. It's a non-answer.
Yeah.
It's a why are you bothering me by asking me these pertinent questions about me failing at my job? I'm not going to answer them. I'm just going to say, oh, we need to play better, and we need to be on. Well, we need to have more. We need to be on the same page. Really, is that a thing that's important in football? I hadn't noticed.
One of the best things we saw.
Don't do this to me. I can't.
Was Derek Carr yelling at Chris Olave. He threw the ball like out of bounds, but
this play has been overanalyzed to death. He was supposed to go to Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill wasn't there because Olave didn't run hard to do the clear out. He needed Olave to take the guy out so that it opened up the underneath routes. When Olave didn't run full speed, it didn't open up and he got frustrated and he threw it out of bounds. So that's what happened. So he's yelling at Olave to get out of that. Well, you didn't run because his job was not to get open. His job was to clear it out. So This defensive player over here, oh, it's not there. Yeah, we know it's not there. That's what he's yelling about, jackass. It's so stupid. It's just another example of people who don't know what the hell they're talking about, getting all, he's talking, hey, this makes Derek Carr look bad. No, all the other pissy shit makes Derek Carr look bad. This is an example of something we already know.
But, I mean, look, it could be one example of one of his problems in his, I guess, impatience. Because he will get impatient throughout a game and just chuck a deep ball or something like that. Yeah, but sure. I don't know how I feel about seeing the quarterback yelling at the receiver when we're struggling. Just optics so it's fine.
It's fine when Tom Brady smashes an iPad.
It's not fine. We made fun of him too.
Tom Brady screaming and spitting at people, Peyton Manning yelling in people's faces, and that's fine because they're great. But because it's Derek Carr, then we're gonna act like this is a big deal. Quarterbacks yell at people, man. Quarterbacks are all dicks. All right, I've been playing offensive line for 20 years. They're all dicks, every single one. You're not a dick. You're not a leader. Whatever, man. You don't think Drew Brees chewed people out? I promise you, I could find clips of Drew Brees chewing people out. I mean, he's probably not, pissing and moaning the way that Derek Carr was. Because
I don't remember Drew like just yelling down the sideline because of some guy ran around.
That wasn't.
I'm not saying he's never done it.
No, I know.
I don't remember seeing it.
Sucks, man. And I have been trying so hard and for so long to defend Derek Carr because I thought it was a good signing. I thought it was going to be real good here. But Pete Carmichael has broken him and ruined everything, and he needs to die by firing squad.
There you go.
Not really. Don't cancel me. I don't want him to die. I just want him to go away. And then die.
Okay. Well, let's wrap up this game by talking about kicking. Because remember on this podcast, we talk kicking.
Yeah, I remember.
That's right. That's right. Kicking.
You got a member berry dropping. You going to tell me until we start recording? This is the worst. Amateur hour over here.
There you go. Just surprise right there, Craig. There you go.
Look, he's still kicking 80% on the year. He's still doing his job. He's still fine. He still made 3 out of 4 kicks. Leave the kid alone. He's gonna figure it out.
But Dennis Allen talked about kicking. He's not only talking about
shut up, Dennis Allen.
Field goal kicking. He's talking about the punting too.
Look, I mean, I think that has to be better. And I know that they're, not in age necessarily, but by experience, they're young players. But we have to make our field goals, and we got to, in the critical moment, we got to be able to get a punt off to, change the field. So I think that's all part of, what we're looking at.
Shut up, Dennis Allen. Yeah. Oh, we need to play better. It's just, he said the same thing in all of those clips. Oh, God.
Right. That's right. Dennis Allen's all over it this week. Okay. Things are going to get better because Dennis Allen said they're going to get better. And they're working on it.
Change nothing, address nothing, just hope it gets better. Cool? Awesome. Fantastic, guys. You know, I was real frustrated that I didn't lose any weight, even though I didn't change my diet or start working out. It's you know, just kind of expected it to get better. Like, oh, I just got to be better. Yeah, that works. Thanks, Dennis Allen.
But so are you frustrated with Groupie though? I mean, he missed a kick, that kind of thing. Are you frustrated?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, kickers are useless little side characters that shouldn't be considered actual football players. Look, I'm frustrated because he missed kicks, but I mean, he's still making most of them. We shouldn't be relying on a rookie kicker the way that we are. That's not really his fault. If we were scoring touchdowns and he was at 80%, we'd think, all right, he's fine, whatever. But we're relying on him as our whole offense, so every time he misses, it's a huge deal. I'm fine with Groupie. I have problems with punter.
Okay.
I can't figure out what the whole strategy was. You know, I love the story of a guy who was from Australia and he's tatted up and he's big and he's cool and he owned a tattoo shop. I don't care about any of that. I don't give a shit about tattoo shops in Bali. You know what I care shit about? Winning Saints football games. And we're not doing that right now. And you have a punter that's not helping you do that. Fire him. Send him back to Australia. Deport him. I don't care. Let him go run a wombat farm down under.
There we go.
Any goodwill for the Australian people that Steve Irwin has cultivated in this nation is being ruined by this jackass.
I like it. I like it.
I don't. I'm mad about it. It's terrible. Why do you like it? God, this guy's costing us. Well, I mean, you know, he's not costing us. Our offense,
just because you know people starting to take notice and we're talking about it a little bit. You know, like I think we should go and get one of these XFL punters.
Dennis Allen's ears. He's gonna make a change because two drunks are arguing about it on a beer run.
There you go.
Cheers.
There you go.
Third down for what?
The Saints. The Colts.
All right, joining us on the beer run for third down, we've got Rondo from 1st and 56th, a Colts podcast. You can find them on social media at 1st and 56th, and on YouTube, you can find them at Sideline Sports. What's up, Rondo?
What's going on, guys? Obviously, thanks for bringing me on. You know, let's talk about this matchup soon.
Yeah. Of course, our studio audience, we want you guys to welcome in our Colts fans. Yes. So you guys are looking pretty okay coming off of your last game, but you know, this is BSnBEER Media. So, what will you have anything to drink with us today?
I got to work the next day, so I got a little Martinelli's though.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So again, the Colts coming off of a loss, 39-38 at home to the Browns. This was, I think it was a pretty exciting game to watch. I watched a good bit of it on, multiple screens and everything like that. You guys got robbed with that terrible pass interference.
We get that.
Yeah. Look, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, look, it was only one person in the world that could have caught that pass. The ref shouldn't have called that pass interference, and it's this guy right here. It's Shaq on a ladder. That's the only way we could have caught that touchdown. Shaq on the ladder. Okay. Do you agree with that call there?
I mean, not even just that. Go to the play right before it, the illegal contact. That's the one I care more about because that was the game ender.
Yeah.
Like you call this very, 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 very soft illegal contact in which Cooper initiates, while the whole time that's happening, PJ Walker's getting killed in the backfield because the forced fumble is being caused, and we have the ball. But I'm not mad about it or anything.
We don't get mad here. We're a very even keel, calm podcast. No one ever rants and cusses on this show.
Don't get us started on the refs, okay?
Oh, man.
All right. So besides those terrible calls there, just kind of looking at the game, it seems the Browns had some success on the ground. You guys gave up about 150 yards total in rushing. So what happened with the rush defense there?
I mean, personally, I don't even think it was like we got destroyed, because you got to remember, like, half of that was Jerome Ford on one play. So, you know, you take off that one play, they really didn't kill us on the ground. A lot of that you could look at Grover Stewart getting suspended for 6 games. He's integral to our run defense. He's easily our best run defender. Not having him in the middle, you know, definitely obviously saw it on that big run play. But in terms of defense as a whole, or the run game as a whole, you take off, like I said, you take off the one splash play, we held them in check. So I'm actually not even too worried about it.
Okay. All right.
I mean, luckily for you guys, we can't run the ball anyway, so it doesn't really matter this week anyway. Perfect week to not have to stop the run.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's rough. It's rough with the New Orleans offense, man. But looking at more of your offense, you guys looking pretty good at wide receiver with Pittman and the rookie Downs. Talk to me about, you know, your wide receiver core.
It was definitely, I guess you'd call it a question mark coming in. Myself, my podcast hosts, you know, we were set on Pittman. We know he's a wide receiver one. He's a big guy in this league. He's growing. He's been growing every single year on the team over the course of his career. Now I could guess you could say he's finally kind of getting that notoriety around the league that he is a top tier guy. You know, this past week was the first week in the season where he got less than double-digit targets. You know, but he's been the leader of the locker room. As for Josh Downs, have loved the rookie since day one. I mean, it was viral when he got drafted that he told Bow to his face, "You guys just drafted the best receiver in the league. I'm coming. I'm ready. I'm coming. Let's work." And we you know, we've loved him. He's been a great compliment to Pittman for what we've needed. Alec Pierce has still been kind of the question mark. We're still kind of just like waiting for him to really blow up and do something. But in terms of his skill set, our 1, 2, 3, I absolutely love it.
Do you think he's more of like the backup for Pittman if you know he's not in? Pierce, I'm talking about.
Well, the thing is, like, so Pierce is the guy to take the tops off the defense. Pittman is forever a stick mover. He's over the middle. Downs is that slot receiver, the T.Y. Hilton type S.
Right.
Pierce is the big play guy. The problem is that we haven't necessarily had opportunity to create said big plays, which is why he's kind of been, I guess you could say, invisible in our offense. So his time will come. It's just like, it just hasn't, his situation hasn't called for it yet.
Yeah. Hopefully not this week.
Well, Jonathan Taylor is back. So what have you thought about him so far? How's he look?
He's looked good in his comeback, you know, kind of slowly bringing him back into the formation. I think what's helped is the emergence of Zach Moss. You know, Zach Moss in JT's absence has been absolutely killing it. Really? You know, entering last week, I believe he was third in the league in rush yards. And I think Steichen found a very nice way to split the reps between them as to not feel like one is being omitted. You kind of have this equal battering ram, not so much like you don't really necessarily have a bell cow guy, because I want to say they, if close enough, if not exactly, they nearly split reps in terms of the snap count. So it's worked out. We'll see how that goes for the rest of the season. I think we all understand that JT is the guy. Zach Moss has taken that role and kind of excelled with it.
Yeah, I mean, when you got another guy to go along with them, it extends the life of your main guy, you know, a lot. So yeah, that helps a lot, man. Minshew is the quarterback now.
Woo!
But he's been helping out in the rushing game too. He had 29 yards rushing this last game, and that's including 2 touchdowns rushing. Some of them were design runs, but some of them were just him making plays. So tell me what you thought of Minshew so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're watching a game, like you said, the design runs. I mean, I said that at home, I was watching a game, I was just like, that's Richardson play. That is totally Richardson play. But we kind of said it coming into the year when we signed Minshew. He worked with Steichen in Philly. There's an exact reason why we brought him here. And even then, you're talking to him in a press conference and everything. He's been saying all the right things. This is Richardson's team. I'm here to help. It's his team. It's his team. I'm just the backup. Love that. And again, we all understand that he's like we said on our show, he's a relief pitcher. He's not meant to be the guy. He's here to guide Richardson. And obviously in the case of now, yeah, sure, he has to start, but that's only because of injury. Once Richardson's back, like Minshew says, it's his team. Right. I will say we are more comfortable with Minshew this year than we were with Matt Ryan last year.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's what Andy Dalton said last year too. And we all know how that turned out. But, thank God you guys finally got a running quarterback in there because, obviously Richardson is not going to have the same success running the ball as an elite athlete like Gardner Minshew. So that's a really big plus for you guys. When we look at the schedule, the thing that always kills the Saints are running quarterbacks.
Yes.
We saw the schedule. We're like, all right, Richardson's going to tear us in half. That's going to suck. And then the week after that, we're going to have Justin Fields. That's going to suck twice. Oh, yeah. And now we're going to play either of you guys. We'll lose anyway, but we won't lose because of that. So that's nice.
I'm telling you, man. Oh, Minshew. But so tell me about his game from my perspective. I think he holds the ball a lot, and that causes him to take a lot of sacks. He took 4 sacks last game, including a sack fumble like in the end zone that ended up being a touchdown. Do you see the same thing from your perspective?
I'm not too worried because no discredit to the Saints, but you guys don't have a Myles Garrett. You know what I mean? Myles Garrett's a top tier.
We don't have any pass rusher. We had 0 pressures last week. We don't have any.
Right.
And then in the case of that game, obviously the strip sack fumble in the end zone, it's against our rookie backup right tackle in Blake Freeland. We'll see if Braden Smith is ready and back for this game. So that alone brings better protection.
Yeah.
But I'm not too worried in terms of him holding on to the ball too long. Okay. The Steichen offense we've at least seen has been more productive for us in the Frank Reich offense. Him, holding the ball too long is just a product of him as a quarterback. And again, it kind of goes back to the fact that the core of this team is to develop Richardson. So I'm really not too worried about Minshew and his flaws per se, because he does at least put us in positions to win games.
Yeah.
We did play him Minshew last year, and man, we made his life hell. The only touchdown he threw was to us. So we have a little bit of history with Minshew. Obviously it's a different situation. We suck now. So that's different.
Way different.
That we sucked last year too. What am I talking about? Whatever. It's nice. It's nice that we're getting Minshew, but that doesn't mean anything. The Browns had going into last week the best scoring defense in the NFL, and y'all hung 30-something on them with a backup quarterback essentially. Right. So
exactly,
it's weird how you guys blew up, but it's makes sense that you guys went from a development project to an established starter in this league that suddenly has the reins. So I mean, everyone should have seen it coming, except for Dale, because he took everything wrong.
Let's talk about your defense. You rank 9th in the league in sacks. And from what I've noticed, the sacks have been pretty evenly distributed along that defensive line.
Yeah, a big part of it has been, the 2 guys in the middle with Buckner and Grover Stewart. They garner so much attention that it allows the Kwity Pays, the Dio Obangos, Kenny Moore on a corner blitz. It allows other guys to get back there. I mean, even Buckner's getting back there himself, but also, like I said, Buckner, you pencil him in as number 3 defensive tackle in the league. It's Chris Jones, Aaron Donald, Buckner's right there. Yeah. But the attention that they get in the middle just opens it up for our D line, and to where we can finally say that we have a pass. We've been waiting for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Zaire Franklin is going nuts. He's got 80 tackles on the season already. That's crazy, man. So yeah, the run, you're against the run, you guys are ranked 21st. They give up about 118 yards a game. Against the pass, you rank 19th. Give up 232 yards a game. So what's your prediction for the game here?
It's so tough, just because I would say we're kind of both kind of in equal positions in terms of just where exactly do we go here, and we're not necessarily in the best of divisions. It's we're in contention, but how do we really want to contend? It's kind of that weird no man's land situation, and especially in our case with our not having our franchise quarterback, obviously playing. It's so weird. So I mean, it's like I want to say, you know, we're gonna go out there and win just purely because of how we lost last week. Okay. I think that energy is just going to carry throughout our entire locker room. We're going to come out mad. We're going to come out angry. And unfortunately, it's going to get taken out on the Saints. So I want to see the Colts take the win. But like I said, with a backup quarterback, you know, missing Grover Stewart and our cornerback room, our secondary is still question marks. You know, we lost Juju Brents in that last game, who's been tremendous at CB1. Right. As of right now, I don't know who we're going to throw out there in terms of our starting corners. So it remains to be seen, really.
Okay.
Again, our offense is terrible. It doesn't matter. We can suit up at corner for the Colts. They'll still throw us a pick. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not very optimistic over here. That's the way things have been right now. So
no, we're optimistic. We're optimistic it'll get bad enough to fire people. So you know, that's cool.
Okay. Got a score prediction at all?
Honestly, right now on a Tuesday, I don't like. I personally, I like to wait to see like injury report, practice report. I like to see who's going to kind of be on the field. So I got nothing right now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we're going to put you down for Colts by 100. Okay.
That's indeed. Okay, well, you know, we definitely appreciate you joining us, Rondo. Tell the people again. Tell the people again how they can find you guys and check out your podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, you can follow us on Twitter at First and 56. Anywhere and ever you listen to a podcast, so iTunes Podcast, Buzzsprout, Stitcher, Spotify, you can catch us on there, and as well on YouTube, Sideline Sports. You can catch our show. You can catch a lot of other shows that are under the Sideline Sports umbrella. So not just us, not just even football. Definitely, like I said, Sideline Sports. It's all sports.
Got it. All right, man. Appreciate you. Everybody go check them out over there on YouTube and on Twitter. Appreciate you joining.
All right. Appreciate you guys.
Cheers.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Okay, listen. Ignore everything that jackass just said. I hate him. It's all nonsense. Everything he said was stupid. Everything he said was wrong. He has no idea what he's talking about. He may have never seen a football game before in his life. I say this every week, but I mean it this time.
Definitely mean it this time. Okay.
Saints play 100. Screw that guy.
The Saints play against the Colts. We're going to break down this game. Look, the first thing we should talk about is the Saints' history versus Minshew. Now, we got a pretty interesting tweet from Jeff Norick over at WWL. He talks about the last 3 meetings we had with Minshew. Mm-hmm. And each of these 3 meetings, Minshew was coming off of a pretty good game. He several 300-yard games, several touchdowns, and this week he came off of another 300-yard game, 2 touchdowns. But
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. In 19 and 22, we had awesome defenses those years. Yeah. And we do again this year, despite what the hell they did on Thursday.
When he faced the Saints, he got the L each one of these times. Can history repeat itself again, Craig?
Yeah, absolutely it can. Absolutely it can. First off, the Saints defense plays better on the road. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. I hate it and it's stupid. But the Saints defense plays better on the road. Minshew is not good enough to overcome what we do. If we stop the run, it's over for them offensively. The only question is if we can score enough to make it matter. They're going to probably get 20. Everybody gets 20 because if you keep punting and you have bad field position and you give the ball all over the place, other teams are going to get some points. They're going to probably get 20 points. So it's really a question of can you score 3 touchdowns, get your extra points, kick a field goal here and there, God forbid. I mean, their offense does not frighten me in any way.
Yeah.
Who was the guy talking about? Pittman, all these? What? Oh, these receivers he was talking about?
Yeah, Pittman.
Who?
Pittman and Downs.
Who? Shut up. Get out of here. I don't care about them. I got Marshawn Lattimore and Taylor and Adebo. I don't care about your wide receivers.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's one of my keys to the game. Will Lattimore and Adebo be up to the task of defending Downs and Pittman? Because we know Lattimore, he will have ups and downs, depending on who's he playing and how he feels. So, it's a concern.
I guarantee you, this is the kind of game where the defense is looking inward and thinking we have to win the game on our own. So I would not be surprised if they come out and wreck shop. It again comes down to pass rush on defense, obviously, but I would not be surprised if this is a really dominant defensive performance. I'm feeling pretty good about this game. I have no reason to be feeling good about this. We just lost 2 in a row. They're both embarrassing. I've been complaining for the last 25 minutes, but it's the Colts, man. They don't have Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's not coming through that door. Marvin Harrison's not going to get open deep on us. Reggie Wayne ain't here. Is Edgerrin James in the building? No. You guys suck, man. And they got Anthony Richardson as their future, and he's a running back trying to play quarterback who he got hurt, really? Because quarterbacks who run that often get hurt. I'm shocked. He sucked at Florida. He's going to suck in the NFL, and the Colts are going to suck this Sunday.
There we go. But listen, can the Saints run the ball against the Colts? Because they struggled last week against Cleveland. Gave up 150 yards rushing. Can we produce those kind of yards?
I mean, probably not. Our offense sucks. Probably not. But I think with their injuries in the secondary, this is a get right game for your passing game. If it's going to get right, it's this week. Okay. Period. So either Carr throws for 250 plus and a couple of scores, or he won't this year. This is the opportunity to do it.
Okay. So, hey, hopefully we'll see Carr go through his progressions. Hopefully him and the receivers will be on the same page.
Hilarious. Dale, you have the script in front of you. I'm the funny one, all right? So leave the jokes to me, all right? That shit just... It's pure comedy coming out your mouth right now.
Now, on defense, Minshew, he is a runner. He can create with his feet. So can we keep him in the pocket on defense?
I mean, probably. We're not going to have any pressure on him. So we haven't had a pressure since third quarter against Houston. Look, man, it's not complicated. We've seen the matchup against Minshew before. Saints are completely capable of shutting that offense down. Period. I'm not worried. And we played the Titans already this year. We can handle a team that relies on the run. So if they're going to rely on the run, we've beaten that. If they're going to rely on Minshew, we've beaten that. So look.
So zero concerns
our buddy
about
that was just on there for third down can say all he wants. I feel confident about their offense not doing shit.
Okay. No concerns about Taylor or Moss at running back.
No, get out of here.
There we
None.
go.
Overconfidence. I have been drinking since 10 a.m. We are doing this. I am confident we're going to smash them. Also, I'm going to be in New Orleans watching that at a bar on Bourbon. So if you're in the French Quarter, and you're with me, hit me up.
There we go. There we go. All right, Craig. What's your final prediction? Give me the score.
Saints offense breaks out, and Gardner Minshew does what he does against the Saints defense. The Saints win 31-17. Solid, dominant, wire to wire. It's never in question. And I'm going to have a good time in New Orleans. Let's go. Who dat, baby?
Craig has called 31 points from the Saints. Good Lord.
Right.
All right.
31.
Look, I love your confidence there, Craig. Okay.
You should. I'm awesome.
My score prediction. Indianapolis 24, Saints 19.
Woo, get out of here. I hate that.
That's my prediction there.
Yeah, just because yours is more accurate than mine doesn't mean that it's more fun. Mine is more fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody bet on Craig's prediction. I love that you won. Okay.
If you put money down against the Saints, I'm going to drive to wherever you are and kick your ass. Don't do that. Don't bet against us. Don't bet against the Who Dat Nation.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us here on the Beer Run.
Man, how did these shows end up getting so long? You remember we used to do these shows and they last 25 minutes, and now we have these hour-long.
Now we got guests coming on and stuff, Craig.
Yeah, it's exhausting. Well, tell the guests to talk faster, okay?
And we're growing on YouTube. I appreciate all the new subscribers we're having. I love seeing it. Love it.
Yeah, it's just Dale making new accounts and following us. It's cool. We get it. We understand that you have a choice in ways to waste an hour of your life, and we are shocked that you keep choosing us. For the rest of the BSnBEER network, for Dave's Light Ass Truck, the Godfather Joe Moss, and the B Train, that's Dale. I'm the California Cajun. Have a beer. It's on us.
Who that?
Remember to follow us on social media at BSnBEER Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.